Jennifer Lawrence is trending for talking about the Hunger Games. This really takes us back to 2014. It is Andy here, and J-Law is coming under fire from everybody on social media for some of the comments she made in her interview with Viola Davis. The interview, which was published on December 7th, was for the series Actors on Actors from Variety. In the videos, viewers can see big names basically getting the chance to interview one another on their work, personal lives, and so much more. And the latest interview was one that a lot of people were excited to see with, again, Viola Davis and Jennifer Lawrence. Prior to this interview, Lawrence was very open about how the franchise films affected her career as a whole, and even got in depth in this interview about the hardships she experienced for her roles in movies like X-Men. Lawrence called The Hunger Games an awesome opportunity, saying how the books were huge and the audience loved the franchise. But she also reflected on how she felt she had to lose weight in order to fit the role.
The biggest conversation, of course, this was pre-Me Too, and I'm a woman, so it was weight, and how much weight are you gonna lose? Well, it's called The Hunger Games, and you wouldn't be. I don't know if I want all of the girls who are gonna dress up as Katniss to feel like they can't because they are not a certain weight.
The star even opened up about how she truly felt playing the role of Mystique in X-Men, when she looked completely unrecognizable to viewers of the Marvel series.
It's hard to not have that perception of the movie or the perception of your performance that's like, oh, well, it's just one of those.
Yeah,
it's hard not to let that seep in through your mind when you're actually performing something, especially when you're painted blue with scales on your face. If you start thinking, I look ridiculous, I feel ridiculous, there's nowhere to go.
But many people online tuned into one controversial statement from the Don't Look Up actress. When asked further about her role in the Hunger Games franchise, Lawrence explained how, quote, no one would ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told. Girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Of course, this did not sit well with everybody on the internet, as a lot of people had some choice words to say. This one user stated, Twitter is where people get big mad at Jennifer Lawrence for ignoring the existence of Sigourney Weaver and Linda Hamilton, while I get big mad at them for ignoring the existence of Pam Grier. Another chimed in saying, Jennifer Lawrence proclaiming she was the first woman to ever be the lead in an action movie. Clearly, she never saw Sigourney Weaver's Alien franchise. The outpour of people on social media actually got so large that Variety took down the tweet that mentioned the quote from the interview. And yeah, there are tons of movies like Resident Evil, Kill Bill, and of course, the list goes on about these female roles. But there were some people online who defended the star with what she said. This person said, people are really missing the point of what Jennifer Lawrence is saying. The ratio of action leads to male counter is literally unbalanced. Stop using Terminator 2, Linda Hamilton wasn't the lead, Arnold was. Another chimed in saying, Jennifer Lawrence was the first female action hero. You might disagree, you might have seen Alien 1 through 3 multiple times, but ask yourself, is this worth losing my job over? And according to the Center for the Study of Women in Television and Film, 68% of all female characters were white in the top 100 films of 2019. Though we have started to see a lot more women in leading roles, we still have not seen a lot of black women in these leading roles, which Viola Davis hints at in this video. So in the end, I think everybody's gonna debate this on Twitter for quite some time, and maybe we'll see J-Law come out with a statement about Sigourney Weaver, or maybe they're gonna collab at some point. Anyway, it's Andy here, obviously find us at whatstrending.com, and find me at Lalwani.